Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. 4 Chicago stars you didn't realize were crushing it on HBO's The Pitt. The Pitt is absolutely dominating the conversation when it comes to medical dramas. The subgenre has been a staple on television for decades, but there's something about the particular makeup of this show that has audiences captivated. There's the writing, of course, and the real-time structure of the show, but a lot of the appeal of The Pitt has to come down to its cast. It boasts a massive, talented ensemble, and since we love our 1 Chicago stars on this site, we decided to come through The Pitt and point out which actors got their start on the NBC franchise before shifting over to HBO. Supriya Ganesh has risen to a new level of fame thanks to her role as Dr. Samira Mohan on The Pitt. She has proven to be a vital member of the cast during its first season, but years prior she got the chance to shine in a Chicago Med episode. Ganesh, who made her television debut in 2018, appeared in the 2023 Med episode. It's an ill wind that blows nobody good. She was a civilian rather than a physician, but there's something fitting about her presence in an episode in which Gaffney has to contend with the impact of a huge storm, given how frantic things can get on The Pitt. Alexandra Metz is an all-star when it comes to procedural television. She made her small-screen debut on a 2010 episode of Law & Order, Criminal Intent, before going on to appear in NCIS, Blue Bloods, and of course, Chicago Fire. Metz appeared in a whopping 6 episodes during the show's first and third seasons. She played Elise Mills, the sister of series regular Peter Mills, Charlie Barnett. She left a positive impression on fans, and now she's getting to take center stage as Dr. Yolanda Garcia on The Pitt. Pretty good transition. Crystal McNeil plays Chiara Alfonso on The Pitt, which has become her most notable TV role to date. The actress has shined in her allotted screen time after a decade of alternating between film and the small screen. She made her debut in the Spike Lee film Chirac, but her second credited role, notably, was as a woman named Amanda in the 2018 Chicago PD episode Confidential. McNeil has also popped up in another notable Windy City series, Southside. This one should be the most obvious of the bunch. Sean Hatosy plays Dr. Jack Abbott, a crucial supporting character on The Pitt. At the same exact time, however, Hatosy is playing Charlie Reed, a cunning and manipulative deputy chief on Chicago PD. It speaks to the actor's range that he can convincingly play an upright doctor and the main villain of an entire Chicago PD season. It's even more of a credit to him that he's managing to sell both roles at the same time, on 2 different networks. Though we get the impression his days on Chicago PD are numbered. When HBO's The Pitt premiered, audiences expected gritty storytelling, morally gray characters, and a haunting soundtrack. What they didn't expect: a stealth takeover by some of your favorite 1 Chicago stars. Yes, while Firehouse 51, the Intelligence Unit, and Gaffney Medical Center kept us on edge in Chicago, a handful of these talented actors were moonlighting in the fictional steel and shadow world of Pittsburgh's underbelly. Here are 4 Chicago stars who are crushing it on The Pitt, and you probably didn't even realize they were there. 1. Yaya DaCosta, April Sexton, Chicago Med, as Raina Blake, the Queen of the West End. Gone is the scrubs-wearing, compassionate nurse practitioner we knew on Chicago Med. On The Pitt, Yaya DaCosta transforms into Raina Blake, a sleek, calculating underworld broker who runs a private speakeasy that doubles as an underground intelligence hub. Think sultry jazz nights, coded cocktails, and whispered secrets traded over bourbon. Raina is a character who says more with a single glance than a monologue, and DaCosta owns every scene she's in. Her style? 40s glam fused with cyberpunk grit. Her storyline? Deliciously twisted. In episode 4, she orchestrated a 3-way betrayal that left even the most hardened fans gasping. April Sexton would not approve, but we sure do. Fun fact: Yaya actually helped choreograph Raina's signature slow dance sequence in the Red Room episode, drawing from her days as a model and dancer. 2. Jessa Lee Soffer, Jay Halstead, Chicago PD, as Travis Trav Dolan, the cop turned cipher. If you thought Halstead had a dark side, wait till you meet Travis Dolan. Soffer swaps his intelligence badge for something murkier on The Pitt, a former Pittsburgh detective who now hacks for a price. After being framed for a corruption scandal, which, spoiler alert, he may or may not have orchestrated, Trav has gone full vigilante. He's morally ambiguous, obsessively clever, and possibly suffering from insomnia-induced hallucinations. Episode 6, The Frequency, features a tense sequence in which Trav disarms a digital bomb using nothing but old vinyl records and a broken turntable. It's bonkers. It's brilliant, and Soffer nails the emotional weight with eyes that scream, "I've seen too much. But I want more." He's become a fan favorite for his whispered monologues and trenchcoat swagger. Fans on Reddit have dubbed him Halstead in the Upside Down. 3. Cara Kilmer, Sylvie Brett, Chicago Fire as Delia Knox, the firebug with a PhD. Sylvie Brett's warmth, empathy, and Midwestern charm are nowhere to be found in Cara Kilmer's performance on The Pitt. Delia Knox is a former fire behavior specialist turned rogue arsonist for hire who moonlights as a university chemistry lecturer. She lights things up, both literally and metaphorically. With shocking red hair and a perpetual cigarette dangling from her mouth, Delia is dangerous, poetic, and maybe a little unhinged. In episode 9, she delivers a bone-chilling monologue comparing combustion to heartbreak while lighting a massive mural ablaze. Kilmer's performance is electric. Who knew the Queen of Calm at Firehouse 51 could channel chaos so convincingly? Her arc on The Pitt dives deep into the trauma of being underestimated, and the satisfaction of watching her turn that into power is addictively satisfying. Producers say Cara insisted on doing many of her fire stunts herself, and it shows. There's a rawness to Delia that feels earned, not acted. 4. Leroyce Hawkins, Kevin Atwater, Chicago PD, as Marcus Scribe Tatum, the wordsmith revolutionary, from patrols in the Windy City to poetry-fueled revolution in Pittsburgh's shadows. Leroyce Hawkins brings depth, fire, and rhythm to Marcus Scribe Tatum, an ex-con turned spoken-word radical who runs an underground radio station hidden beneath a laundromat. With a voice like honey and dynamite, Scribe broadcasts coded manifestos, audio graffiti, and musical resistance to the system. A mysterious, dystopian, eye-controlled city management protocol. Yeah, The Pitt goes there. And Leroyce? He owns it. Episode 3, All Stations Listen, ends with a stunning 2-minute uninterrupted monologue delivered live on air by Scribe while the city literally burns around him. It's one of those performances that silences a room. Critics compared it to Denzel in Fences, and honestly, they're not wrong. Hawkins has always brought soul and gravitas to Atwater on Chicago PD, but this is next level. He's getting Emmy buzz for good reason. Wait, how did this happen? The creator of The Pitt, Elijah Venn, is actually a low-key One Chicago mega-fan. In interviews, he said he wanted familiar faces doing unfamiliar things. When he started casting, he reached out to actors who he thought were always giving more than the script demanded. Yeah, Jesse, Cara, Leroyce, they have the range, and I wanted to see them go rogue, he said. I wanted to watch them burn the house down. Mission accomplished, Elijah. So what's next? Season 2 of The Pitt is already filming, and rumors say at least 2 more One Chicago stars will make surprise appearances. Fans are speculating about Chicago Fire's David Eigenberg and Chicago Med's Nick Gelfus being seen on set in a mysterious steel mill sequence. The crossover potential is dizzying. Fans are already writing fanfic placing Raina Blake and Kevin Atwater in the same room, or wondering what it'd be like if Delia Knox met Severide. Spoiler: Severide would be toast. Final word. Sometimes actors get typecast, but The Pitt proves that when you give One Chicago stars a new playground, one filled with grit, fire, betrayal, and a whisper of jazz, they don't just survive, they crush it. So the next time you're watching Chicago Med reruns and missing April Sexton's quiet strength or Jay Halstead's stare downs, take a detour to Pittsburgh. They're there. They're different. And they're absolutely magnetic.